Thought this was floating in water. Look, my sister found us. Here, have a little visitor. There's a scorpion in the bowl. Oh boy. Okay, it's clear. Clear now.
Why are you here?
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongus Max Hawaii, the channel. Aloha everyone. Wait a minute. I forgot to adjust this a little bit closer. And now that I moved it, I better check on this. Is there any type of yes, okay. There's a signal. Aloha everyone. It is Tuesday, June 30th. Yes, it is the end of June. Meaning the July will happen. Okay, recharge the battery so it's not flickering. Goes $2. Everything on the checklist. Yeah. It's also Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I got Toastmasters and I have a speech lined up. A little vlog, little news. My speech, because we get so few people, it's like speeches every other day. My speech, I figured I'd do it on extraterrestrials. In the sense of the new Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day. Which I went and saw, even though there's criticism on it. I had the same criticism. It's not like your typical Spielberg movie, so it's going to be a letdown when you see it. And it doesn't really say much, My recommendation is wait for DVD or whatever. Wait till it shows up on streaming. It's a little like Spielberg put something out there because he heard the government is releasing UFO files. So he got inspired. He wanted to put something out there. Almost like he wanted to say, oh, watch out. When they actually disclose this stuff, everyone's going to be... But it sort of did not go. It didn't really kind of accomplish. There's like a chase scene and they had this superpower, I don't know, it looked like an Elon, I call it an Elon remote control, some superpower thing, and then they chase him around, and then at the end the files, and then they did I'm giving a review, so stop. There's an alien cameo. That's not what we're seeing. It's not what's wrong, Spielberg. What did you do wrong? What's going on here? I'm gonna call my speech E.T. Stayed Home and try to look into the actual theories of if there's intelligent alien life.
There's 3.
Extraterrestrial, let's say, life, politics. The other vlog, God, I've been tracking, I was looking for my notes and it's all temperatures. I was tracking a fever yesterday and it's gone now today. Phew, God. And yeah, so it was close. I'm like going, and even last night, it bounces in that 99 degree range and sometimes 100. And I was like, no, this can't be happening. But it's everything's fine now. It's okay for me, for that. And yeah, Pelly's done erupting.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah. To the news, regular news. Well, they're back at the Iran-U.S. firing back and forth. Let's try one more time, stop firing, and have a little peace talks, or their whatever they want to call it, mutually understood disagreement, or with memorandum of understanding, or whatever they want to call it. They have 14 points. This is what I want. They're not agreeing with that. So they're, I think that thing was kind of planned to go bad in a sense. I don't know if Trump wanted to play the stock markets, or the oil. I don't know if he wanted to. He definitely wants to control the Ukraine. He wants to control the Iranian control, because they're fired. Who controls the Strait of Hormuz? Iranian will fire on stuff. Commercial oil tankers.
You shouldn't be here.
And that's the not approved list. Fire on them. That's not open. And so Trump wants to say it's open. He wants to claim victory. So there's a weird thing. But in the big news is the U.S. Supreme Court has had a bunch of decisions to make, and they made some decisions on some of these big cases.
I don't know.
The one currently is the BirthRight Citizenship. If you're born in the USA, you're a U.S. citizen. It stems from out of the Civil War. You might have heard blah blah about it already. So if you're born in the USA, you are a U.S. citizen. That's in the Constitution. Now, it's written down, like it just says it right there. Here, read it, it's right there. Right, that? It's like that. It's not very interpretive. And the devil. Thank you. The other one was transgender inclusion in sports or something. I think the Supreme Court said okay on that. You can ban transgender from sports. So the transgender person who actually switched operational-wise gender with an operation, they cannot play from, like the guy went to a girl, he can't play on the girl's sports. It's like that's apparently that's a big hot charged issue in schools and universities, and it's political leverage. It's more like political leverage, and why don't you just keep it like at the school board level, But it went to the Supreme Court, and they said, yep, you can ban them if you want to. But the other one, BirthRight Citizenship, that's where Trump is trying to see if he can toy with who's a citizen and who's not a citizen, and who can vote and who cannot vote. Because this is like a stay in power thing. So who's a citizen? Who can he deport? So if you're not a citizen, you can be subject to deportation. Round them all up. This whole thing is immigrant roundup deportation, and he's that's a big thing of his. That's really kind of anti-American, kind of flat out anti-American. Statue of Liberty stuff in reverse. The birthright citizen stuff. Let me just say this about that. The Supreme Court's going, it's a loss for Trump. Trump couldn't get what he wanted. It's a loss. And the Supreme Court won. They triumphed over standing up. Look, they're there for life. 6. Over here. Eyes over here. Oh gosh. The Supreme Court doesn't deserve any accolades over this decision. It is because that's what doing their job is. That's their job. That's what they do. That's what they're expected to do, except aside from the gigantic bribes of yachts and tens of thousands of dollars. That's what they're supposed to do. That's in their job description. They interpret the Constitution. Basically, they go, is it constitutional or unconstitutional? And it comes up to them, and they can select what comes up to them. And it comes up to them, and they're like, let's see, is revoking birthright citizenship constitutional? Let's look at the Constitution. It says right there, birthright citizenship. I guess it's against the Constitution. So this executive order is done. Off the table. So if they're just doing their job, it proves.
How did you get here?
The only thing it proves is they're not 100%, whatever Trump says, MAGA loyalist, Trump loyalist. a lap dog. It's the only thing it proves. So, yeah, there's that. Birthright. But thank goodness, because if they were, to take away birthright, it's not that much of a stretch to think, before, or a few years before, it'd be like, that's unimaginable. There's no way they could take away Roe versus Wade. It's been there for 50 years. And even they're promising not to do that, Dawn. It's not so much the issue, it's they're able to change that stuff like that. And that's very scary. So the Supreme Court stuck with the Constitution. Yay. Okay. Let's try to be a little bit quick. Okay. So, Hawaii news. It's muggy out. Hawaii news. The U.S.-Iranian negotiators head to Doha, which is Qatar. Sounds like guitar, but it's Qatar. U.S.-Iranian, they're off to Doha. Let's do peace talks round 2. Okay, is that? Am I even paying attention to that? 4th of July is on its way. Tomorrow will be July. 250 years. See, it even sparks this guy to wear a Lincoln stovetop hat. Yeah, pageantry. At least, hey, it's still the USA. Despite. Oh gosh.
How do you feel?
What am I saying? It's still the USA and the World Cup, of course. So now it's down to what country beat what country. Am I right? I knew it was going to be this way. So Germany lost to Paraguay. So Germany was favored, but Paraguay won. And isn't Paraguay is one of those countries that the Nazis fled to after Germany lost? Ecstasy and agony. Brazil avoid upset. Okay, Brazil won over Japan, and Germany, Paraguay, and Brazil. Boy, they didn't want to. Brazil is the one that had that old guy Pele. Not started. Morocco beat the Netherlands. Oh no! And they're like super happy because they're kind of Morocco Muslim. Hey, we beat the Netherlands. It's very, nationalistic pride. Anyways, yeah, good for them though. I mean, yes, it's soccer. I mean, we call it soccer. What I choose to call soccer. It's football for Europe. Oh, let's relax. Back in the day, 1966, when I relax, you just hang out there and watch the building cement pillars with rebar going up. What's this guy with explosives? An old explosive truck? What the heck? Giant sandstone pillars banks the Nile. Relics of ancient Greece? No, they're concrete supports for H1 Kapiolani interchange, which will carry traffic over one of the busiest intersections in Kapiolani, King, and Harding streets. This is the freeway I drive all the time. It's the H1. This truck with explosives. It gets me. Ecstasy and agony again. Political cartoon.
We have a shot at sweeping the midterms. All we have to do is become
Socialist.
I was going to say moderate, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a faction. They're treading some ground. What do we got here?
Perform our bands, organizations, organizations, seek for political gain. Work for prisoners, big nation. We slowly lift the.
I guess we'll do this one.
Democratic socialists are a threat to establishment.
More and more, democratic socialists are gaining in popularity, winning multiple mayoral Senate races around the country. To be clear, this is not the traditional Democratic Party, nor are they socialists. They're closer to being communists. So, why are so many people jumping on this democratic socialist train? First, they oppose anything and everything about Donald Trump. Second, they promise free everything. Transportation, food, healthcare. They get elected and all their promises go down the drain.
Iron.
Iron? I think many supporters do not know exactly what they are voting for. This new party does not love America. They want to abolish prisons, abolish police, and abolish ICE. Oh, no. And abolish police and ICE. Open all borders and ban mass deportations. What is going on in the Democratic Party is a civil war. Splitting the Democratic electorate will make it harder to win back the presidency and Congress. Clark Himida Coolio. Oh, thank you, Clark, for sending in your letter and talking tutu voice and basically repeating kind of like Trump MAGA talking points. One, everyone seems to confuse socialist and communist. Do your political science. Those are different. And communism, it's like a thing it's good on a really teeny small level, like Jesus and his disciples, you could say in the communes and the hippies and but when it turns into a government, it turns quickly into a bad thing. But being a socialist is like saying you have policies that you want to promote, or maybe universal health care, or taxing more the rich. Tax the rich more because of this thing. And they're going, oh my God, that's communism. Because they know it's the one campaigners, the negative campaigners, know it's a fear word back from McCarthyism and the Red Scare. So when they would just tell everybody, they would tell people, so in the 50s, here's like a guy going to work, and if somebody comes up and says, you're a communist, you belong to communist organizations, he would like lose his job, lose his life. It would just be like ostracized from society. And they had big senatorial commissions. Oh, we will find out who is a communist, and we'll make sure we get rid of those communists. And it was because of the Red Scare, McCarthyism. And they're trying to tack into that McCarthyism to label any Democrats who want a social program to, be scared of. And it does not love America. The party doesn't, so they're just slamming the Democrats. And I don't know if they got, they can promise stuff, and they're gaining some headway. So that's what the Republicans are afraid of. The Republicans are afraid they're gonna get the House and the Senate and the presidency, because all they have to do is say, hey, we'll do some social programs, and look at all the grifting Trump has done. Look at all the corruption and grifting for Trump and his family that Trump has done, billions, and all of his stuff just fails. So they look at all the wrongs that Trump does, and that's enough right there. But then they're going to say, and we have social life programs. So it's trending that way. But so they're going to say, they're communists. Don't vote for them. Everything's going to blow up. So on this Democratic Socialist train, I don't know. And they want to abolish ICE, and that thing is just and it's super funded. But I don't think they want to get rid of police, and I don't think they want to get rid of prisons. I don't think that's the thing. Anyway, hey, it could be wrong. It's being taken over by communists. Oh yeah, sure. But one thing anything that even remotely smells of MAGA, I ain't vote for that. But anything Trump, anything MAGA-ish, that's like a void, like deadly poison, radioactive material. Oh, okay, sorry. It's gonna be 4th of July soon. A few more days. Just have a happy day. It's
hey, look, it's Tuesday. It's sunny out. That's aloha to you. Aloha to you. I was trying to make them short. Okay, hope it's short. Okay, aloha, bye.